Host started recording.
Okay.
Okay. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day to everyone present today. A very warm welcome to OPassion Singapore Malaysia Global. My name is Jeannie Tan, your host today. OPassion was formed in November 2020, run by a group of dedicated host team members. We had our first trial webinar on the 23rd of September 2021, and our first public webinar was on the 30th of September 2021 under the mentorship of Dr. Bill Williams. We meet on every Thursday. And the mission of OPassion is to ignite passion for humanity, to nurture mindset and leadership for passion and oblast, to form passion groups for good causes. And today, our speaker is none other than Dr. John Ajongwen, sharing the topic on leveraging ONPASSIVE to uplift humanity today and beyond. So before we move on to invite Dr. John to speak,
Wow. Thank you, Kumaran.
Wow.
Magnificent. Let me introduce the speaker, Dr. John Ajongwen. And he has spoken to us before. Dr. John is highly educated, if you allow me to use the word, with a PhD in chemical and biochemical engineering and MBA, spent 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry with various pharma companies and managing global projects. Financially, his financial proficiency is in wealth creation, debt elimination, wealth protection, legacy planning, and strategies for efficient wealth distribution. Dr. John is going to speak to us today how to leverage ONPASSIVE to uplift humanity today, now, and beyond as we unfold, as we get to know ONPASSIVE more and more in the days ahead. And he says, Dr. John says, ONPASSIVE is a beacon of good for humanity. Dr. John, the platform is yours. Come and empower us and reach us from your point of view, how ONPASSIVE, how we can leverage ONPASSIVE.
Wow. Mabel, good morning. Thank you for that kind introduction. You were talking, I was trying to listen who it is that you're talking about. Um, but thank you once more. And I'm really honored to be invited to come back here. I'm hoping that maybe some of the things I said last time resonated. And I cannot wait to come back to Singapore. My first trip there was to really come work in one of the pharmaceutical companies there down at Toas near the reclaimed land there. And I spent 5 days between my hotel and the office and never really enjoyed Singapore. So I'm looking forward to this great opportunity that ONPASSIVE is going to give us to actually meet each other as a global family. And that day, I'm not really, I can't wait for it to come. So can you see my slides? Great. So thank you again for that invitation. And oh, Brother Kumarang, I never knew my picture could speak. And it's whatever you do, God bless you. Thank you very much. And I'm like sitting there looking at this and saying, this is beyond science fiction. And it takes just a genius to be able to produce things like that. And whenever I show up here and I see some of the images you produce, I'm just in awe. So what I'm going to just share, as I said, is really, I don't think anything that I'm going to say here is going to be extremely new. but it's just, again, you would see that 99% of what I'm going to talk about is really like on mindsets, how we should be orienting ourselves. When I was putting these slides together, I sat down and I thought, I'd been in ONPASSIVE for over 3 years. And the person that introduced my wife to ONPASSIVE and then she brought me in had actually just told us, oh, check this thing out. You know, the word was thing, and the person did not know what it was. And now we're going back and really mentoring the person. If ONPASSIVE had gone live when I joined, I'm sure the mindset that I would have had in terms of what to do with ONPASSIVE would have been really contrary to the vision of Mr. Ash Mufari, what he wants to do for us to uplift humanity. But with these 3 years that we have had together, having to really meet people and platforms like yourselves, learning a lot about the mindset, attending a lot of the webinars and or that especially those that our CEO has actually been attending, I then started bringing a bit of my strategy execution, change management background and started realizing that this thing we're talking about is huge. If anybody is in ONPASSIVE and they have not been transformed, then they're not in ONPASSIVE yet, because the mindset has been really what I think we have gained from being here. So when we look at ONPASSIVE, we know for sure that it's a done deal. It's guaranteed success. I was looking at the video again that Brother Kumaran played about that the the Dubai police seminar, and I was just watching not the high tech that was there, but I was watching at the production of our O Media Group, and I kept thinking, when we look at our ecosystem, whether you have one account or maybe some of us who have 2 or 3 accounts, just look into our ecosystem right now. You see the number of products and solutions that we have there. Each of these ones is a complete business that multi-million or maybe billion-dollar companies are actually using to become successful. We are going to have multiple streams of income with just what we have on the screen here. It doesn't even include things like our O media. It doesn't include some of the other products that we know are in the pipeline. It doesn't include things like our data centers and a lot more of the 90 plus percentage that we don't know within ONPASSIVE. So when we say, when our CEO says, let's prepare ourselves for the greatest shape in our lives, I think me, when I heard the statement the first time, I was just thinking about the greatest shape and I missed the word prepare. And I'm hoping that some of the things that we, through a platform like this beautiful platform, have been doing has been really to prepare ourselves so that it becomes a real greatest shape. And so, what I'm gonna throw out is say, how will we be able to achieve financial independence through ONPASSIVE, and more importantly, leverage that to uplift humanity not only today but beyond? And that's the focus of really going beyond. So really, to start off with, when the word financial independence or financial security is thrown about, a lot of people think about, prosperity. They think about like living in some extravagance or in a mansion or something. But in reality, we know that um, to really be financially independent takes more than just what you see outside. It's more being able to live a purposeful and fulfilled life. And that is really the mindset we need to be developing. And some very simple phrases that come to mind when I talk about purposeful life really talks about taking care of ourselves, being able to live within our own means, protecting our loved ones so we don't have to worry what's going to happen to me or my children or my loved ones if I'm not here, making sure that we're not sitting and thinking, where am I going to pay the next bill? How am I going to be able to cover my kids' tuition? Or if my parent is sick, how am I going to cover those type of things, both now and in the long term? And looking at, now that I have been blessed, how do I look after my neighbor? How do I look after my community? Having that spirit of giving, because we have been gifted something and we need to be able to go out and gift it. More importantly, being able to have that mindset of not receiving and just using or throwing over the fence, but creating more and leaving a legacy that would outlast us. I think some of you have seen this slide. I normally like to throw it up in my presentations, and it talks about when we're talking about really taking care of your own personal future. There are three what I call foundations, and then a fourth that we need to think about. And the first three really are to do with, let's, charity begins at home. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's make sure that we are comfortable. And I think our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari, in one of his webinars or corporate meetings, had talked about us filling our own tanks. So these are just some of the things that we need to do to fill our tank so that we are at least contented. A lot of us are in financial holes that we need to dig ourselves out of those. We need to do those ones. But as soon as we are above ground, we need to use that foundation to build wealth and be able to protect it and use it for whatever our passions are. So these are where my scattered thoughts come in. How will we be able to actually do this to uplift humanity? Again, it starts with our mindset. Once you got the right mindset, then when you talk to the millions of people that we have met in ONPASSIVE, you would meet somebody with whom your mindset aligns, and together we will do some great things for the world. Let me just share with you some random thoughts that I picked from different financial sources. And they talked about the difference between the rich people and poor people. And you see here that we're not really talking in terms of how much money you have in your pocket, but it really talks about mindset, outlook, behavior, thinking, and those ones I've highlighted. So rich people, it can be traced all the way back to the way that their mindset is set up, their outlook, their behavior. They think differently. It's really, as I said, not about what they have in their pockets, but how they think about what they have in their pockets. Rich people have a way of thinking that is different from that of the poor people and the middle class. So I think there is this really classic book, Think and Grow Rich. It talks about thinking, thinking, thinking. And a lot of the financial psychology books talk about developing our mindsets. We have this guy, Robert Kiyosaki, who literally has written a couple of books. One of the classic ones is The Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I remember one phrase that I got from it is that when it comes to money, it is not really how much money we make. And ONPASSIVE has guaranteed us that. Done. It is how much of it you get to keep, how hard you make that money work for you. So this, it begins to tell us that whatever we get from ONPASSIVE, let's not just keep it, let's not just use it, let's make it work for us. And more importantly, how many generations we are able to actually get this going. Our CEO has told us over and over, ONPASSIVE will be here for multiple generations. What I don't want us to do is just to lie there and say ONPASSIVE has carried us on its shoulders. We're just going to be riding. You will hear me use this phrase a bit later, that the mindset we should actually have is to take whatever ONPASSIVE gives us and create our own meaning out of it. Think about it. If ONPASSIVE is going to transform the world, and we go out there and we create another million mini ONPASSIVEs, then the world will be absolutely and truly transformed. How are some of the ways that we're going to do this? Again, the keyword mindset. It's not by giving charity. I know that this is a controversial thing when I say that, because many of us have been thinking about all those good causes. I know my wife has a lot of children in Africa that we're sponsoring. She's been out with other members on mission trips. My brother Vitel is here. He's very, very passionate about feeding the hungry. I know every one of us has a great passion that we want to be able to support. But let's not do it as a typical charity. What the charities do is that they throw it over the fence and hope for the best. We should not be of the mindset that we're going to use ONPASSIVE as a charity. Absolutely, in the event of critical crisis, and we have seen ONPASSIVE supporting natural disasters all over the place. We go out there and we help while the bleeding is taking place. But our mindset for ONPASSIVE to uplift humanity should not be that we're going to just throw it left, right, and center. Even if you listen to how our CEO has talked about Oblast, it is going to be a platform that is going to help uplift humanity. And me and you, if we have similar thoughts and we want to go work to do something together, yes, we can partner, but it is not just going to be a charity, it's going to be a platform to uplift. So we should really be building our mindset within ONPASSIVE that way. We should not think of it as something that is going to just help us navigate whatever our passions are as we go through our journey on this world, and then hope that when we're gone, we have ONPASSIVE that will continue generating those funds and and they can support those causes, but that we should use whatever we get from ONPASSIVE today to be able to leverage it, grow it, and then create a legacy for ourselves. This is really where we begin to transform our mindsets while enjoying the journey. This book here by T. Harv Eger, I love it. I read it a couple of times, and it talks about the millionaire's mindset. It has a lot of good stuff. If you have a chance someday, take it, read it, pick whatever is important for you. I'm not going to spend time to go through some of the mindsets that I got here. I just want to focus on this last couple of ones that I highlighted, that we should really develop this mindset of being good stewards to what we have, because if you can steward something small, you can steward something bigger. And more importantly, the last bullet says how rich people see money. The rich people, and we all here are future millionaires. If we're not millionaires in our mindsets yet, we would be financial millionaires through this great opportunity. And we should see every dollar not as money, but as a seed that can be planted to earn 100 more dollars, which can then be replanted to earn 1,000 more dollars. That's what I'm talking about, creating mini on passives. We on our own would not have had that financial capability of doing it, but we have been blessed with this seed, and it is up to us now to go out and really plant the seeds. Before we jump into that, let's just talk about money, which is what we're going to get from OnPassive, on top of all the blessings of knowing each other and the mindsets. Money, in its very simple form, is a double-edged sword. You know it. It has both bad and good sides, and the consequences can both be favorable and unfavorable. It's like um, an extremely obedient worker that can work 24 hours a day for you without even asking for coffee breaks, no vacations, and just keep working if you put it to work well. And it could be what I call a slave driver that will make us work 24 hours a day without even allowing us to take a break. So that's the part of the double-edged sword. And whichever side you choose depends on your mindset and your understanding of money and its language. The more scary thing is that money is a magnifying glass. and what it is going to do to us is literally going to magnify who we are. If you are a nasty person, you will just show your nastiness more. If you are a kind person, that kindness and goodness is going to be magnified beyond your own beliefs. And so, my hope is that through our journey here in ONPASSIVE, we have actually learned to transform ourselves to those type of individuals that when we magnified for the good of humanity and God. The other thing that we need to talk about is the language of money. See, the two things, money and wealth, people normally mix them up, but we're not going to dwell with that for now. But what I'm going to just say is that you can think of the two as being both a language and an expression or a style of value. You see, what a lot of people don't have, and I would say myself included, is that we don't have problems with money. Our problems is really understanding the language of money and being fluent in speaking the language of money enough to really be able to participate in creating wealth with the money. So when we talk of an expression, really we're looking at something that can be saved and used for a future. So when we talk here about asset itself, it is literally something that can be converted into cash, either immediately or in longer term. So while money itself is a very, very powerful tool and it's a really highly sought after expression of value, we know that it's probably the lowest common denominator when it comes to expression of value. So it is really important that we understand how money works, how it is used, understand the language, and understand the various sources that money can be uh, transformed into, especially when we think about what an asset is. And I love this cartoon again. I probably shared it with some of you guys. You can see where I got it from. It's not in that book in this particular format. I sketched it out from there. But it talks about how cash flows and how both what they call, or Robert Kiyosaki called the poor, the middle class, and the wealthy. That's the P, the M, and the W, in terms of income, expenses, assets, liabilities. So let me just sketch and share what different people will take the same thing and think about here. Some of the really they call them the poor people. They go to get a job, they get some income, they get some expenses, and those expenses they spend on what they call assets. But really, most of the time, these are just what I will call stuff. Some of them you're getting just to keep up with the Joneses, or just because we want to make ourselves happy, whatever happiness means, and then it runs out, we go back to that circle. The people that are a bit more to do, they would go through the same process, but what they'll do is they'll end up buying what again they call gadgets, which may or may not last. In most cases they are depreciating assets just for self gratification, and in most cases they have to go back to get some more money to go around the circle, or what we call a rat race. Now, we have been gifted a very powerful asset in the form of our own passive, our business. And the mindset that we need to look at is how the rich treat assets. What they look at assets, instead of going from using it straight to an income, is say, how do I use this asset after, remember, you have filled your tank now, to create more income for myself? And then with the excess, yes, we all have expenses, we have liabilities we should take care of. But whatever is left, you want to leverage it back into an asset and then use those assets to build more assets. So the first asset that you got became a seed, and now you're able to multiply it. And when you multiply it and you know how to use it, it becomes real wealth for you. Let me just share examples of individuals here, and I'm going to use just two examples. I think I had a couple in some previous presentations, um, who came across a lot of money. And because of the wrong mindsets, tragedy followed suit. So one of these guys here, which is really well publicized, he won $113 million in um in 2002. That's it was actually 314, but after taxes, 113 million. I mean, that's a lot of money. A lot. I don't care in what currency or where you live on the surface of this earth. That's just too much money for one person to have. Now, this was somebody who had a good heart. And they went out there, they thought about uplifting humanity in the charitable way, throw out a couple here, throw out a couple there. And yes, they were lauded for that. But then all of a sudden, they started certain mistakes. They did not understand the language of money. They did not understand that money could actually have become a two-sided sword. And the bottom line is literally 5 years after having $100 million, he was broke and had to go and start all over. That's talking about spending $20 million a year or almost $2 million each month. The second person here, I just put the word that he had a poor mindset. Maybe he lived a bit longer. He got a smaller amount in 2001, and by 2013, he breathed his last breath. Again, this is somebody who started off good ideas. Let me go out there, try to duplicate that money and do some investments in it. But he did not have that discipline. In this case, whatever his personality was got magnified. And all of a sudden, he drifted into things that were not the right ones, and his mindset changed. He purchased a private jet just to be flying to his. Think about just the parking, the fuel, the pilot, and within a few years, that money, which was supposed to shine a good light on him, had flipped him around, and he went into drug addiction. Both him and the wife, the marriage, which should have been a blessing, went downhill, and he died literally 12 years afterwards. That is not our portion for us here in ONPASSIVE. And what we need to do is to be able to go in and see how we would take what we have been gifted by our CEO and his family, fill our tanks, build ourselves up, and then we use it to uplift humanity. What are some of the thoughts that we need to have? One, that whenever we get our O coins from ONPASSIVE, let us think of them as something that is going to run out someday. Let's not just keep thinking that it's going to grow. Yes, let it grow as multiple seeds for our expanded dreams that we have been asked to keep dreaming big about. Let us make sure that whatever passions we have, and let them be big ones, and not passions that we're going to do today, and then when we're gone, people said, oh, what a shame. He left and this project is still hanging out there. But let's think about them as something that is going to outlive us, and make sure that we design them to be supported in perpetuity. And whatever we are able to set up, we make sure that the funding of it is primarily going to come out from that setup rather than from us continuing to throw out ONPASSIVE money into it. And that way, we will be able to uplift humanity rather than just giving away charity. What are some of the examples of how we can go about doing this? Teaching people how to fish or uplifting them rather than giving charity is really thinking about you can create for yourselves and for others reseller accounts for individuals, for communities, your clubs, for your schools, for charities, foundations. That's an opportunity to uplift them. We could actually go ahead, create community projects. Again, I'm the word sustainable, and I'm just waiting for our brother Vitel next week when he starts talking about some of this. Farmers cooperatives, water supplies, farm to market roads, preservation facilities. I didn't know you'll be going to be talking about food preservation. So some of those type of things, community wholesale facilities, community centers for people to use. Those are sustainable projects that we can set up, let them be able to fund themselves, and then if there is a need to jump in at one point and help out, we help out. Then when we look at larger projects here, hospitals, schools, these are things that you don't just build and walk away. They need a lot of ongoing support. And if you build them, I heard there is a hospital in East Africa which basically uses what I call the Robin Hood methodology, where they make sure that the hospital has three sections. One area is for the very, very rich people who can pay top dollar, and there's another area for those locals who cannot afford. They take the money from the area that they can actually pay and support the other areas that are not able to. That leaves that hospital in a sustainable way, and the people that set it up don't have to be pumping millions for it. If that model persists, then you don't need to support it, and it becomes something to literally help humanity forever. Other ways that we can actually push forward are more like in the investments points, either in digital currency, real estate, jewelry, art, companies, and things like trusts. This last one is an important one, and I know that wherever people are, they probably have different versions of this, because it helps you to keep whatever you have in a protected way that will last for a long time. I was talking to somebody who really created a trust for himself. He's a wealthy individual, and he made a statement that he has set up a trust that will take care of his family for the next 360 years. Next 360 years. So ONPASSIVE should be able to allow us do that. I have actually been talking with a few people that primarily serve the US, but there's some companies that I've been talking to that will serve other parts of the country. So when we get going, that information we will share out for those of us like in Singapore, Malaysia, if these companies serve those areas, or if you know any, those are some of the things that we need to actually engage on, because if we do them well, this is going to continuously provide for our passions that we have going on forever and ever beyond ourselves. Therefore, it is important, once more, I have to reiterate that every O coin we get from ONPASSIVE, we treat it as a seed that can be planted. Because if you take your 100 O or 1,000 O coin and you buy some good things there, yeah, you can feel happy for yourself, but it is just 100 O coins worth. But if we think about it as a seed, then as you find in Matthew 13:4-9, it can actually yield 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown, depending on the type of ground that we sow the seed. And my hope is that here at ONPASSIVE, because of what we have been able to learn, because of the mindsets that we have developed, we will be able to sow these seeds on fertile soil. We will be able to help each other sow them on fertile soil, so that whatever Mr. Mufarib has blessed us with can be multiplied 1,000-fold, so that we can uplift humanity even when we are gone. That way, we will be happy at our own individual level. We will be able to reach out in our communities, and why not at a global level? We need to understand the language of money so that we know where to sow our seeds. We need to understand some of the principles of how to protect these ones we have grown in. Some of us are here, we can help. We need to understand how to push that forward to more to the few generations. And again, we want to create that mindset that ONPASSIVE will stop giving those old coins to us, even though we have been promised it will keep coming for our future generations. But let's use those to create our own mini ONPASSIVEs, even at the very least from the mindset point of view. Because in order to do that, obviously, we know that there are a couple of things that can be in our way. Mr. Mufare has been working day and night 24/7 to create an ethical company. And when we go out there, we need to make sure that what we're doing is ethical. We need to do it with gratitude, kindness, generosity, wisdom. We need to do it with empathy, courage, responsibility, sacrifice, and a lot of what I'll call the fruits of the Spirit. So, in concluding, for the first time in our lives, at least those of us who have never been able to create anything successful as a business, there is an opportunity out there for us to actually have financial breakthrough for ourselves and for millions across the world. It's an opportunity that is God given through the generosity of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, and his family, supported by a tireless dream team that works around the clock for our benefit. I really want to end by thanking the leadership of this platform for giving me this opportunity to share some of these ideas with you and to let you know that there are solutions out there that can help us to do some of the things that I am proposing, which are my thoughts. And if there is a need, please let's reach out and stay in touch. As we learn, we share, and that is how we are going to grow together. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. And I wish each and every one of you a very, very blessed weekend. And once more, thank you, Mr. Kumaran, for that excellent video. Sister Jenny and Mabel, I hand back over to you.
Thank you, Dr. John. Yes, thank you, Dr. Dr.
So
Derek,
John,
for coming on. Let me go back to gallery. Wow, definitely deserve a
thank
clap.
you. Yes, thank you.
So many points, so profound, and we definitely have to invite you back again. Where you can zoom in and train us a little bit more how to manage our wealth and how you are emphasizing the very theme of our group is mindset, nurturing mindset, and leadership for the wealth that is coming. I took a lot of notes and I don't really know where to start so why don't we just open up for anyone who can share and how the message is touching us. I don't know, John Barilla raised his hand, so go ahead, John. And
Yes, thank you, Mabel. This was a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Dr. John. And just brings many thoughts to my mind. I made some notes myself. And just a couple of things I'm thinking about. Of course, a major point made was on passive I'm sorry, oh, blessed is not a charity. That was everything else he talked about our mindsets, what we're going to do, how to treat the money, all this stuff, all valuable. But as soon as I heard that about oh bless is not a charity, and we heard the stories that Dr. John told us about folks that won the lottery. I mean, I found that very interesting because I already know even more tales of folks who came upon, fortunes because of things like specifically winning a lottery, huge amounts of money, and then the tragic story of what happened to the way they dealt with their money and the things that happened to them. And all of them eventually ended up completely broke, or as sadly, one of the stories, you end up, your health goes and you pass away way before your time if you'd have done something different with your life. Okay, so when we think about how can we create financial breakthrough and uplift millions, and that Bless is not a charity, here's something that I would just mention. For example, for myself, as we get our mindset and as we learn some of these points that he told us about, because obviously it's going to go right by us right now, but we're going to have to think about it in the future as we move forward. One of the things that I'm thinking of, though, I'm not waiting in the sense of what I'm thinking about. There are several things I'm involved with already. There are movements that I'm involved with. Many of them are things that we've already heard about in ONPASSIVE, back when we had like the Bless webinars that Chris Johnson had, that Nashville Milo had, where he would bring folks on that talked about everything from, feeding the hungry in countries all over the world, educating children all over the world, helping the homeless. I could go on and on with all those categories that already are existing by folks that already are involved in these kinds of things, that will be ways that we will be able to bring this wealth that we will have to create it so that we can pass it along without just some charity that we're giving it to. I hope you understand my point. I'm losing myself here. But at any rate, for example, there's already something called One Global Movement. Now, I'm very involved with that particular thing. Dr. Yvonne Mundy, she's already been active in her life with this. It has nothing to do with ONPASSIVE. Now she's within ONPASSIVE with this. Now, are we going to use OPlus to just dole out money to certain ideas and what we're going to do around the world to do whatever One Global Movement is going to be about? No, we are not. We're going to have a definite, specific plans, which we're already beginning to talk about what we're going to do to help educate young girls and children and the youth around the world. And then beyond that, I won't even get into what it's all going to be about to help these causes. Everything from, like I said, just bringing safe, clean water from places and countries that people can't have, having enough food to eat. Okay, and enough of that. Just want to bring all that up. Here's the thing. Already within ONPASSIVE, I'm involved through Nashville Milo Davis. He has come up with, he's saying, I'm sitting here and I'm not going to just sit and wait for us to move forward with OPassion and begin to have our wealth, but he is already creating categories and ideas of ways that we, through affiliate accounts, like we heard Dr. John talking about, you might even at some point be helping people become resellers so that when they learn with the right mindset how to create wealth for themselves. Okay, well, for example, now we have ideas for many categories of many of these causes and people that I'm telling you about that are already there. He's creating these categories and he's making it so that anyone, future people and whatever, but us, you can acquire an affiliate account. Now, are we going to be a charity and just give that money? No, these accounts are in the name of not just yourself who becomes the affiliate of it, but whatever that particular cause is, it earns money so that you don't even have to think about, well, we'll be giving money, we'll be doing things with the money, with the wealth that we have. But it's going to have these situations, whatever. For example, one of them is One Global Movement that I'm involved with through something. One of the categories that he has is called single mothers. Within that category, One Global Movement, one of the causes that we're already planning is in there. Now, if somebody would get an affiliate account under that affiliate account would automatically earn income the same way it would for us as affiliates. It will earn wealth and money for that cause. Nobody has to give it to anybody. Just an idea. I'm only bringing that up. I'm not trying to pitch it. What I want to say is, though, as we move forward later on, I will have something to say to us because some of us might be interested in a way that we will help humanity to move forward with money that's going to, whatever we're going to do with that money to help humanity. And it's called, the general concept and an idea is called Global World Changers. And you're going to know about it. You're going to hear about it because Milo is already starting to do it. I'm already working with them with it. And it's no pitch, because it doesn't matter if you do anything with this. I'm just saying, I will be talking to us and people all through ONPASSIVE in the future when it's time about something like something like Global World Changers. So all this information that Dr. John gave us today, it's all in common with what I'm thinking about right now. And it's so wonderful. And thank you very much, Dr. John, for your presentation. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, John. Thank you, my namesake. And I think that's really why when I put that board on OBless is not a charity, that was intentional, because that's really the mindset I'm trying to make us think, and I think that's what our CEO has been driving.
Yes. Anybody else?
Good
Jeannie?
morning, everyone.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, family. Yes. Greetings to you all.
Hi.
Dr. John, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for that awesome presentation.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. And I will never be one of those rich people, so I hope ONPASSIVE helps me to become one. And even if I am one of those rich people, I promise you, there are so many people behind all of us on this forum right now that I would love to share with them instead of keeping it to myself. So thank you. My mindset is not anywhere close to those people, and I can assure you and all our friends here that it will be put to good use.
Amen.
In every part of the world. So thank you all. That's a little I have to add. I have a doctor's appointment at the top of the hour, so I'm running, and I will see you again very soon. I love you all. Goodbye.
Have a good report with the
that's
doctor. Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Vision.
Yes.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Thank you for your sharing. And yes, I see Brother Vitel's hand. Brother Vitel, would you like to unmute and say something?
Yes, Mr. Jeannie. Good morning again. Good afternoon, good evening. Dr. John, that was really fantastic. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I've heard you talk about money, that two-edged sword, before. And I'm glad you touched on OBless, because that's where my heart is. And every time I give a presentation, I usually point out to people what OBless is and what OBless is not. Okay, and lifting up humanity is the heart of OBless. It's not a charitable organization. It's a philanthropic platform that helps you connect causes that matters to you. It's a platform that offers crusading gateway to people who want to make a difference in the world. It's a platform that connects people seeking financial assistance to people who are capable of giving those assistance. Now, what OBless is not. We in the United States, we are accustomed, everybody's accustomed to GoFundMe. It's not a crowdfunding company like GoFundMe. It's not a 501c we have here in the United States organization, nonprofit organization. It is not. OBless is not a company where handouts are permanently dished out. OBless is to lift up humanity and teach people how to fish, put them back on their feet. And I gave a story about a company right here, this Second Harvest Food Bank right here in Orlando, where I live. And they have a program there that really teach people how to fish. And they have a class that they offer to individuals 18 years of age and over, a class in culinary arts, where some of these very same recipients are their parents were once recipients of the food bank. They turn around and train these young people. You don't have to be young, you have to be 18 years of age and over. And they offer a 16-week training course to them. And you're trained in culinary arts, you graduate with a certificate, and they have a job placement of over 90% for these recipients. So they put them back on their feet. Some of them go on to open up their own restaurants. Some of them got employed by big companies like Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, and all these places. So this is the message of Our Bless, where you uplift humanity, teach them how to fish, and let them pay forward. Let them pay forward. And so your message today, Dr. John, was on the money. We need to look at those people who are in areas that are real destitute in the world, areas that are ravaged by climate change. But at the back of our mind, we have got to uplift them, put them back on their feet, and teach them how to be more sustainable, self-sustainable. And so I really enjoy listening to you, and I hope you can come back and talk to us about setting up trust and foundations and all that stuff. Because you mentioned that at the end about trust and how you can create generational wealth and asset protection and all of that. So I'm looking forward. I'm creating some topics for you to come back and share with us in the future. All right, and Mabel, I really enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Yes.
When I make my presentation here with a representative from the company that makes these freeze drying machines, and I'm in contact with him, and he has agreed to come on and talk to us. So I'm looking forward to coming back, and looking forward, Mr. Comaran, for my picture bit speaking for me. I really, this is a forum that I enjoy very much. Every time I come here, I learn a lot, and everybody's so nice and treated with respect and love. And I thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Vital.
Thank you.
Oh, I really love to hear you next week. And also, thank you for creating the extra topics for Dr. John Ajongwen to come back. I love those topics. So, Dr. John, we will be expecting you.
Yes.
And okay, who else would like to say something? I don't see any hands. Shall we call somebody? I saw Dr. Benny. Dr. Benny. Oh, Dr. Patience, the hands is up.
Yeah.
Dr. Patience, you want to say something before Dr. Benny?
Dr. Patience.
Dr. Patience. Are you there?
Can she unmute or what?
The mic is already unmuted. She walked away.
Yeah, she's talking, but it doesn't seem as it's coming through. Not yet.
Not yet. Can't hear.
Where is she?
We can't hear you. Would you like to refresh?
Does she need to?
Would you
Maybe
like to
Dr.
refresh?
Maybe Dr. Benny can go ahead while she sorts herself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's refreshing.
Let me check what's going on.
Dr. Benny, go ahead.
Today.
Eh,
Greetings, right? Greetings.
greetings.
Uh,
Greetings.
wow. I'm just happy we are alive today. I mean,
Yeah.
a,
Okay.
a lot of people died now. So
Yes.
I just want to thank God for that I'm alive and you guys are alive. But those who just died from our brand ambassadors, uh, my condolences to especially those in India. We have some of them in Cameroon also that died, and I'm sorry for them for their loss. May their soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen. Yes.
I thank you so much, Ms. Jenny Tan, for giving me this opportunity. Miss Mabel Chan, Miss Fade, Mr. Kumaran. I want to thank you all for this opportunity. Before I proceed, since I'm no longer a robot, I want to I want to take this special moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. The reason I'm thanking Him, like I said from the beginning, that I'm alive. You guys are alive. I also want to thank Him for sending somebody so important. As I heard, Brother John was talking about Oh Bless. If it wasn't for this individual, you and I would not know about Oh Bless.
Mm.
And he is our visionary. He is also he is someone who always says he talks to that the force is talking to him all the time. And he made that statement, which well, I haven't seen any CEO. Me, I haven't. Maybe it's, you guys have. This particular CEO made a statement that either I do or I die. And we all know that he is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. I want all of us every day, no matter what, if you have the time, it's just 1 minute just to pray for his health, for his well being, for the type of challenges that he's going through. But he's okay with that. All of us learn from mistakes and all of us learn from challenges. And his name is Mr. Ash Mufare. I want us to pray for him, his entire family, as well as the dream team. We also pray for the tech brothers and sisters because they are the one doing the job. They spend sleepless nights working on the development, quality assurance, designers, and all whatnot to make sure that our O Connect, as Mr. Ash was here yesterday, or he made that statement that it's going to be ready out there for our customers to purchase. Is because of our tech brothers and sisters working so hard to whatever design that the customers are utilizing or what they want, our tech brothers and sisters will do it. And now when we start making those dollars, here comes our Dr. John, extraordinary presentation. I wasn't around, but I know that you know what you're talking about. Teaching us the mindset, how we can prepare ourselves to handle this money when the time comes. I already know how to handle my money. but those who don't know how to manage, uh, it it's all left to them. Dr. John, thank you so much for coming. As Brother John said, they will give you more assignment to come so that we can learn more and more. OnPassive is a company that a lot of people don't know, or it is now that they are knowing, and they have started scamming a lot of our brand ambassadors. If you receive any call 234, that's from Nigeria, do not pick up that phone calls. I am begging you. That particular phone called me 3 times, left a message. I didn't listen. I did not. But I've seen from other that that individual is calling others. So I beg you, and any email that's come is not from our OnPassive or from the third party. I want all of us to be careful. Most of the time when I talk about security, that we should be very careful of what is going on with the phishing emails. People don't understand, people don't listen, people don't care, but sometimes it's good for us to keep talking about it. And again, with this mindset set of Dr. John, I want to thank you. And we pray that you come back again. And with
Yes.
I just love each and everyone because we are all brand ambassadors. And I want to thank you all for being patient, because it is stated that the patient dog eats the fattest bone, right? No more complaints. We just have to wait when the time is right. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Brother Kumaran. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Dr. Benny. Thank you for your sharing, and thank you for your reminder about the danger of all those people out there, the hackers, the scammers, and it's a good reminder for every one of us. Just be careful. Just be careful. Thank you, Dr. Benny. I'm not sure if Dr. Patience can speak now. Yeah,
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Patience, before I call Raj. Yeah, Raj, please wait. Please hold on. Dr. Patience, please.
Yeah. She's unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr.
Just.
Patience,
Oh, a
over
bit
to you.
soft. Huh? She's unmuted, but a bit soft.
I think her mic is still playing up.
Still cannot hear.
Okay.
Still can't hear you.
Okay, then let's have Raj then.
Oh, okay, Brother Raj, over to you. While waiting for Dr. Patience to come back. Brother Raj, are you there? Uh-oh, he dropped
Oh.
off? Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay, let's invite Brother Divya then. Brother Divya, you want to say something short? Brother Divya, are you there?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And I don't got to say anything more. I just only say thank you to each and everyone. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we wait for Raj and Dr. Patience for a while more.
Yeah. Okay, meanwhile, would anybody else like to say something or ask any question? We have Brother Vitel. Brother Vitel? Yes.
Yes, I would like to just do a little follow-up on what Dr. Benny said a while ago about security. It's getting dangerous out there. Very dangerous. and I was going to share this with you, Dr. Manny, but one of my friends had applied for a loan, and then she changed her mind, and the loan didn't go through, but the application seemed to be end up in somebody's hands out there. And so they are writing her, and it was a phishing email now, asking for payment on a loan that she didn't get and she didn't take, and demanding payment and threatening her on top of it. And that person is writing from a PO box address with actually at the bottom where you said where you're supposed to sign your name, they have created a fictitious company's name and put the company's name there as a signature. So I'm just asking everybody to be careful. There's another elderly gentleman that I know. He was just getting ready to deposit a $7,000 check, fake check in his account. A $7,000, and the person called him and said, "Well, this is yours, and when you deposit it, you just to call me." And I just caught him at the nick of time to tell him they are going to empty out your checking your bank account. Don't do it. And so now that ONPASSIVE, we are getting ready to receive earn some revenue. They're coming after us. Please, Dr. Benny, you preach this every day, and I really appreciate what you're doing to warn us about the security, because it's out there, it's rampant. I just want to say that and to say how blessed we are to have anybody who didn't catch Mr. Ash yesterday. You need to go back and listen to 360.
Yeah.
You need to go back and listen to it. That was
good.
That was riveting. And so there's a lot going on behind the scene there. And when Dr. John speaks about the mindset, oh boy, we need it so much, because we have some people who are getting antsy and they're getting impatient, and they just don't understand what it takes to build a technology company. And so we need to, as Dr. Benny said, we need to pray for Mr. Ash, because there's a lot of pressure, and what he's doing is not everybody is on his side. He has a lot of enemies out there. Put it that way, bluntly. He has a lot of enemies out there, and so we need to keep more in our prayers daily, as we do these calls, to keep him in our prayers, he and his family and his tech workers. And I'm asking for God's guidance and protection. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Vitel. Thank you for reiterating all the importance of staying vigilant, to all these scammers. Okay, I see Dr. Patience. Dr. Patience?
Yes,
I hope you can speak. You are able to get your speaker up? No?
Still no? Well,
how about, may I suggest that you take Dr. John's place?
Are they together? Are they in one place?
I think they're upstairs downstairs. I can hear the sound, staircase sound.
I heard the water.
Coming down the stairs. Okay.
That is love. African love.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know.
Wow, wonderful.
I actually rebooted my computer, clear cache, and looks like my mic is still not working. And it looked like Brother John Barilla left. Okay, he's there. Anyway, good morning, my Singapore family. Sorry, I've not been able to join you guys, not because I don't want to, just because it's just like not possible at the moment because I have to go to work, right? But I got in a little bit late, and I'm just hearing the love, the comment, and I'm like, let me just come and say thank you. I joined, and but John was talking about all the good thing, one movement, one, I heard Brother Vitel, Sister Debbie, Dr. Benny, right? I like Passion Group because you are really pushing us to really deep to actually find what our passion is. I went to church on Sunday and I realized that God give us, anyway, the pastor was talking about the gift that God has given each of every one of us. We have a specific gift, and you cannot have somebody else's gift. And coming together collaboratively with each other's gift will really help the community to grow, right? And if you're doing what is your gift, you find your sweet spot, and you do it with happiness and with love. If I come to try and do what is Mabel's gift or Jenny's gift, I will be doing it grudgingly, right? Because it's not my gift, and I will not be doing it with love and with all the satisfaction because it's not my gift. But if you find your gift and you're doing it, trust me, you will just be doing it with vibrantly and with happiness and with enjoyment, and you will just blow. And this is why I like the Passion Group. You force us to think about our gift. You bring ideas, and from that ideas you can say, this is my gift, this is my sweet spot. We all have a lot to offer, and we know that OBless is not a charity organization. OBless is there to uplift. I had you uplift somebody. Teach them how to fish, not to give them fish. Because if you give them fish today, they eat. What will happen tomorrow? But if you have to teach them how to fish, they'll be catching a fish every day, and they can feed their family and live a better life. Thank you, Mabel, Faith, and Jenny for this platform. You not only force us. Anytime I come here, I'm like, okay, what are my gifts? What can I do that I love doing, and it will help to uplift humanity? And every time I come here, my dreams just grow bigger. And I just pray that the Almighty God can provide so I can do that, not for myself, but to uplift humanity. I had the comment. I know that the presentation was loaded. I can't wait for the next one to the Brother Vitel, and I cannot wait to re-listen to this recording. Thank you, Sister Mabel. You always send it to me. I cannot wait to listen to this, to learn more. You people keep doing what you are doing in OPassion. Force us to get our passion. Some of us had passion, but we did not know, right?
Yeah.
Then you come and listen to people and say, that sounds like my passion. That's what I like to do. I like to do that. I love doing that. But never thought how to go about it. Never. Especially some of us that we've migrated from our culture to a different culture. We have all this passion. We don't know how to do it in the new place that we are located. But if we seek and learn like this, we know what to do. I can't wait to come to Singapore and meet you guys. And we'll just continue to pray for our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, for sharing his vision with us. And thank you, OPassion, Singapore, Malaysia, for this wonderful platform, forcing us to think deep to realize that we all have passion and we all have something to give to uplift humanity. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Peace, bless.
Thank you, Dr. Patience. Thank you. Finally, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you
I was on my own laptop. I heard like Dr. Derek was saying something.
Yeah, does Dr. Derek want to say anything? Please grace us.
Sister Mabel, that one is a background music sound.
Hey, hello.
That is your resound, Dr. Kumaran. Come on.
He has tricked us a few times.
Wonderful. Peace, blessings, North, Holy.
Thank you. All right, Raj is back. Brother Raj is back. Brother Raj, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sister. Wow, you need thank. Wow, Mabel Chen. Wow, you both are doing really wonderful and incredible anchoring here. Wow, what a great session. so highly sensational, powerful, and storming. And it was outclass session. Mr. Johnson, first of all, I hats up to you for taking a really outstanding presentation today about how money works, money is a language, okay, and how you can uplift the global humanity. Yes, undoubtedly. Oblast, if you want to know the power of Oblast, my dear friends, the power of Oblast is to giving, not getting first. Second one, power of Oblast is how to uplift the downtrodden people. Even you can see the major changes in the O Connect. Even the deaf people can also enjoy inclusive approach of our sustainable business model. That is outstanding one. Third point, I want to say that Oblast is going to empower every startup company, innovator, explorer, researcher who want to come on with the new ideas and they can lead the world, giving a complete solution for the humanity. You know what? Starvation. What? Unemployment, illiteracy, malnutrition, and a huge army of unemployment people. This is a really demons of this planet. Who will solve? I think Oblast is going to be ultimate source of our lifestyle to solve all those problems. Yes, and our CEO great mission to empower each and every one. I'm overwhelmed with what is happening, even emotionally, because it is within 5 or 6 years of journey. It was really a great show, and we have witnessed Saga journey, my dear friends. And our chief speaker sir also mentioned that about money. Yes, it is just like a seed. It is just like it is like gold mines. It is a passport ticket to get unparalleled success. Even we are enjoying O Connect, but we'll be getting 100 digital tools. Can you imagine your income? But this is not a matter. This is not a mission upon passive to how to create millions of millionaires. The main mission is how to uplift the global humanity and bring the smiles, happiness, and charismatic factor in their lifestyle so that they can enjoy self-esteem life, okay, powerful, luxurious, stupendous, and most valued lifestyle. This is need of our. And I am very overwhelmed with the way he presented all those things because he talked about that, how you can invest the money in real estate, okay, share market, mutual fund. It is just as said, just try to understand. It means you can make the empire of a great failures. This is possible on passive truly outstanding and a magician company of the world is going to change the world of change the lives of each and every one. Get the point? Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to add one more point here. What is a recent update happening? You can you can you can feel so proud that you are the you are a magician. You are a great founding member of such a massive company in the world, like ONPASSIVE, which is giving over abundance, over delivery, my dear friends. That's a massive thing, robust, colossal. We feel so proud as a founding member. And lastly, I want to say that on past mission is how to uplift. Mr. John Barella, sir, a mastermind, he mentioned about that how to uplift the life of our kids through O Academy, O Enjoy, O Skill. Because these are the top class digital products which can empower our generation. Yes, we are going to get hype. We are getting stardom, celebrity, each and everything we are getting. But our generation must be standard, most valued, cultural, so that we can uplift the global humanity. This is need of our. So, because our kids, they are the future of the world. They are leading. They will be leading the world. So, this is demand of our, my dear friends. Stay tuned. Keep smiling. Keep rocking. And just fire, fire, fire. Because this explosive moment and on passive is going to rule over the internet. When we'll be getting 1.4 million founding member website, can you understand your power? You'll be recognized as a global business tycoon, a great humanitarian, a big hero, a great big peacemaker. Just understand what a big collaboration is going on. Top class world summit, world police summit. Wow, that's a massive. Okay. And next, a big nerd AI scientists, they are coming. That is massive, my dear friends. And each and everything is coming perfectly because our CEO does all those things in NASA style. That's a great moment. Today we witness really phenomenal session. Wow, outclass. Thank you so much, sister, and giving me such opportunity. You all are doing really massive. You all are really massive.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much for your sharing. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank you.
you. Okay. Thank you. Before we move on to our closing, before I call Dr. John to help us close, I would like to call Kumaran. Brother
Thank you,
Kumaran, would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Sister Jenny. Brother John, that was a wonderful sharing, and I just take one point from there, the O coin and the seed. That is my is so important that you share and remind us about it. It's really, really, really very important. Thank you. And I wish Sister Mabel can arrange you have a dialogue session with Pastor Tony, because in today's Julie's here webinar, they came and share about how the interest from our apples we can use to do the oblast. So it's a wonderful sharing. I think Sister Dr. Benny was there. So I wish Sister Mabel can arrange on that a session webinar where Dr. John and Pastor Tony together uh, share about how we can do the oblast with all the interest from the apple. Thank you, thank you, Dr. John.
Thank you, Kumaran. Thank you for your idea. Okay, next, how about Mabel? Mabel, would you like to say something before Dr. John help us close?
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Mabel.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. John. Really appreciate and all your wealth and financial proficiency really come in very good place and position now to lead so many of us, and it's all about mindset. I just want us as a passion group here to press on with our mission, and that is to nurture mindset and leadership. And what we have learned today is everything about mindset. You can be rich in your bank account, but poor in your spirit,
Mhm.
and you're not going to change anything. You only magnify some adversity of yourself. So how important it is to be rich in the spirit, to be rich in the mind. And what Dr. John says, between the rich and the poor, how they view money is how they think, what they think about money. So we are really not only enlightened, thank you, Dr. John, we are empowered tonight. And we will get you back again because you cover so many important aspects, and we need to slowly digest them. Even just how to make a old coin a seed is so much to learn. And together with next week, Brother Vital's subject, I think, wow, we're going to take off for 2024 with very, very good stepping stones. So thank you, Dr. John.
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, Sister Mabel. All right, I would like to call on Dr. John. Would you like to help us close for tonight?
Yes, Sister Ginny. Thank you once more for really extending that invitation to me. Every time that I have to sit down and make like a presentation, it forces me to think. And by really thinking, you yourself, you grow. And the Passion Singapore Malaysia Global, I really love your program, what you do. Yes, I know, unfortunately, because of a time difference and work commitment, some of us who are here in the United States cannot come in. But trust me, we are with you in spirit. We are together. I love the focus of developing the mindset because, there's a saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. My hope is that the group of people that have been on this platform, that we're going to stick together, because when we stick together, as Dr. Patience mentioned, we have each and every one of us our own God-given gifts, And if we pull those gifts together, just as the Bible says, we will be many parts of one body, and we will work for the good of that one body, which is really to uplift humanity. So I want to thank you. I hope, Brad Kumarang, you said you picked the idea of the seed. Hopefully, someone else picked something else up from this presentation today. And if you did so, I'll feel blessed and think that I helped contribute. So have a blessed day, every one of you. And we look forward to seeing you on more Singapore, Malaysia global platforms, as well as the other sister platforms that we attend. Over to you, and thanks once more.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. John. We really, really learned a lot from you and from also Brother Vitel and the rest of the speaker who have spoken and shared, even Dr. Benny, Dr. Patience, Brother Kumaran, Raj, Mabel, and John Barilla. He's here with us today as well, and he didn't have to run off. So good that you're able to stay with us till the end. So I think that's it for tonight, and let's meet again next Thursday. And let's all wait for Brother Vitel to share with us.
Yes.
Yeah, and Dr. John, we would like to invite you back again.
Sure.
Thank you
Sister
so
Gina?
much. Thank you, everyone.
Sister Gina,
Sister
could you say
Jenny?
John Barella one more time? Let me hear.
Yes,
Jenny?
Brother Vitel.
Could
Okay.
you say John Barella one more time like you did just now? Pronounce his name. Let me hear you.
John Barilla.
John Barilla.
John Barilla. Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
All right. Have a good
Okay.
evening.
there we are. What were you saying? I have to put it close to my ear again. Say that again.
Have
Oh,
a good evening,
we
everybody.
want to know how to pronounce your name.
Oh, she was just saying it.
My name is John Barilla. Now, if it's by Spanish folks, it's an Italian name. It's also a Spanish name. It's also a Filipino name. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Now, the Spaniards they pronounce it John Barilla. John Barilla. The Italians pronounce it John Barilla. John Barilla. And in America here, we pronounce it John Barilla. Okay, that's a confusing way how to pronounce my name. And any way you folks pronounce it is fine with me.
Sister Jenny.
Yes.
Sister Jenny, I'm going to play one video. The one something with the police summit, and why the O tracker is going to be very, very powerful.
Okay.
It's just a 3 minutes video you can watch. Then who want to leave after that can leave. Thank you.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Brother Kumaran. Please on your speaker.
Police. Present.
We've come a long way, combating crime for the safety of society since decades. Let's design the future of policing together. Welcome to World Police Summit.
Wow, nice. Thank you, Brother Kumaran, for sharing that. What an adventure.
Okay. Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
Kumaran. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good
I hope
night.
all of you enjoy that snippet. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I enjoy it.